Us live here. Glad to have you tuned in on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on Facebook Live from Madison County School Sports Television Facebook page. Donald Foster, Michael Watkins, glad to have you tuned in. And don't forget, coming up later on this week, Thursday night, we will have softball action as the Lady Eagles of Madison Southern host North Laurel. And then on Friday night, we'll have baseball action over at Estill County as the Engineers take on Buckhorn in baseball action. That's Friday night. And don't forget, also this weekend, the Mushroom Festival over in Estill County. So if you're going to be out and about, make sure to check that out. And we'll have a live broadcast for you on Saturday on our sister station, 100.7 The Coyote. That is on Saturday for the Mushroom Festival. All kinds of fun from up there. But tonight it is baseball action. Indians, Generals, a top 10 matchup between two teams that are very good, looking to kind of get themselves rolling before district tournament time, which is a few weeks away now.
And we don't like each other. We'll just go after two. But yeah,
respect, but hatred also in there.
That's it. Louisville, Kentucky basketball, EKU Western football. But district play coming up. District held at Berea Community this year in the 44th, with the region held at Madison Southern this year. So Central won't have very far to go to play in the region and the district, going up to Berea for both. Tonight's matchup going to be a big one, of course, with the Indians and the Lafayette Generals. Of course, here in the middle of April, it doesn't really matter. It's like January basketball. Yeah. But you hate to lose, especially to someone such as Lafayette. So,
and with these two coaches, you got to think you don't want to give something away that you could possibly use later on in the season. Yeah. So, obviously, a win is important, but you don't want to risk a win later on in the season.
Baseball, though, there's not a whole lot you can give away. I mean,
that's true.
We're pitching Richie, who's one of our top 4 pitchers on the staff. Of course, we lost Jacob Ferris in the Louisville Mail game to a ACL. Jacob was probably your number 1, number 2 pitcher.
Future Colonel.
Future Colonel. Junior's committed to EKU. So this one's about to get underway, and Kyle Browning's going to lead it off against Adam Ritchie.
Ritchie the lefty, Browning the right-handed batter will dig in. And we do want to say thank you to Misty from over in the concession stand for hooking us up with some free hot dogs and pork tenderloin sandwich for Randy over there. Ritchie the first pitch, and their fourth strike. That pitch looks good off the bat. Good start to the game for the Indians.
Former Indian Chris Minner behind the plate tonight, calling balls and strikes. Chris was, of course, he played here at Mass Central football, baseball as well, and played at EKU. Second
nice.
Good.
Yeah, back-to-back strikes from Ritchie to get the game started. The lefty coming in, throwing a fastball to start the game off.
One more note on Chris Minner. He was up for Umpire of the Year last year.
Pretty good award to win, I would think.
He was in the top 3. He did not win, but he was there.
And a little throwaway pitch, try to get the batter to chase. Browning stays at home. It's now a ball and 2 strikes here at home. Madison Central taking on the Generals.
Do what?
That pitch, a curveball, breaking out. It is now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I don't know who that is. Is it not Chris? Oh. Go ahead.
2-2 the count. Ritchie gets the sign and the pitch. Man, that one looked good from here, but it is a called ball. So after 2 straight strikes to begin the at-bat, Browning has now run it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, payoff pitch coming.
That may not be Chris Minner behind the plate.
Got the same build, same stature, but
may not be him, though.
Swing and a miss. A nice pitch by Ritchie. Browning down on strikes to begin the ball game, and the Indians get that first out.
Way to start the game for Ritchie. You want to put the first one out. Right fielder Luke Taylor now.
Little lefty-lefty matchup here.
Right fielder Luke Taylor.
Taylor wears number 27.
Chris is a little better looking, according to Randy.
Here's the first pitch. Swing and a high fly ball on the right field line. Right fielder and first baseman Grant giving chase.
It's well played.
Not going to be able to get to it.
Little press box set up wrong. Can't see nothing down the right field line from the press box area. But when we built this, they didn't think about TV, radio coming over to do too many games.
Not really their first priority. Now an 0-1 count, 1 out in the inning, nobody on, as Taylor is the number 2 batter in the lineup for the Generals. Ritchie gets the sign. Lined up and the pitch. little bit outside. They'll even this up at a ball and a strike.
Saw Richie pitch now for 2 years. He doesn't overpower no one, but he's very deceptive. He's not too deceptive, but he can get it over the plate and make him put it in play. And Eagle defense, the Indian defense, do not beat themselves.
Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Richie on the breaking ball to make it a ball, and 2 strikes now in the count in favor of the Indians pitcher. Strike out to Browning to begin the inning. 1 out, nobody on. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Out in front, pulls it down the right field line. It is fair.
Double.
Good speed for Taylor, and he will make it into second base for the stand-up double down the right field line.
Just past Jared Grant down the first base line, and stand-up double for Taylor. Lafayette's got it going now, runner at second.
Grant, a good effort on that one, a couple of inches away from making a nice play over at first base, but a good piece of hitting by Taylor, perfect placement, and that'll put 1 on in scoring position, 1 out for Eddie Satiski. And I tell you what, this kid looks like he could do some damage.
Good-looking athlete.
Satiski digs in. Richie checks the runner over at second. Throws back at second and snap. A little bit late in getting there. Don't know if they would have had a shot at him anyway.
Just let him know I see you back there dancing a little bit.
Richie is a junior?
Yep. I believe he's only a junior. Not many seniors in this Indian ball club once again. Maybe 5 or 6.
Here's the pitch. Satiski in the left center.
Later.
Left fielder going back, and that ball is gone.
Daggone it. He hit that ball a ton.
Just like we said, that kid could do some damage, and he does just that. With 1 swing of the bat, Satiski puts the Generals on top, 2-0.
Hit that ball right about 340 on the left field wall.
Right over the left center field fence, and that was a bomb by Satiski.
Pitcher number 2, Tyler Guilfoyle.
2-run shot. Now, the Indians have some guys that can do that as well, though, Don.
Yeah, Jared Grant's got a few. Trayden, I think, hit a couple. So 2 runs is not. It's not many runs against this Indian team right now. But that's more than the Indian pitching staff had been giving up. They had a couple shutouts here in the last 10, 12 games, and so unusual for them to go up 2 runs early.
Still top of the first, now 2-0 in favor of Lafayette. It is Guilfoyle, the pitcher, at the plate.
To try to help himself here.
Swing and a miss, and a nice pitch.
Took something off of it. Ball strike now, 1 away here.
Base is clear with the...
Richie's got to put that home run out of his mind now. Just move on. It's top of the first. It's not the bottom of the 6 or nothing. So
a nice pitch on the right side corner of the plate. Makes it a ball and 2 strikes in favor of the Indians pitcher. 1 out, again, as Donald said. Nobody on base. 2-0 Generals. Here's the pitch. Now a little blooper in the left field. Left fielder
should be playable.
Makes the play easily over in left center field. Had to go about maybe 8 feet to his left side, but makes the play. A nice play by Jeremy Cox in left field. And the Indians now with 2 outs and nobody on for John Steintorf.
Also tonight up Berea, Madison Southern's playing Model, efforting a score for that game once it gets underway. And after 1 inning, Model leads 3-1 over Madison Southern.
Wow. Model not a bad team. They've actually played a pretty tough schedule thus far as well.
And my EKU Colonels got blasted today by the number 2 team in the country in Louisville. 10-4 after 7.
Hit to short.
That's an out.
Thomason will field it. Throw over in time. Grant had to go dig it out a little bit, but a nice play by the Indians to end the inning. But a 2-run shot by Eddie Satiski. Satiski puts the Generals on top 2-0. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Indians will send Thomason, Eden, and Snap to the plate. Step aside for a 1-minute break. Be right back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Matchup in the state between two schools that are very familiar with each other. Both teams in the 11th region, and no matter what the sport is, whether it be basketball or the baseball diamond, two teams again very familiar with each other. Donald Foster, Michael Watkins, glad to have you tuned in, and not a good start for the Indians. 2 runs on the scoreboard, a 2-run home run by Eddie Statistki at the top of the first to put the Generals on top, and now the Indians will come out with the shortstop Thomas and the center fielder Trey Eaton and the second baseman Ben Snap. Good speed also in the top of the lineup for the Indians, followed by the cleanup batter Jared Grant.
Indians always have good speed on the base pass. That's one thing they do well. They run the bases well. Teammate Mr. Withers down at third base. He's been third base coach now for 20-plus years. He's been here with Roof the entire time. Started with Mark Smith.
Now, I thought we might see the great Hugh Davis up here tonight, but he's probably doing EKU.
He's probably doing softball
Yeah.
tonight. They're hosting UK tonight.
Okay.
Softball
So big,
is.
big games
Top
all
20
over the place
matchup.
then.
Top 20 team in the Kentucky softball women. Big day for EKU hosting Louisville and Kentucky
Yeah.
on the same day.
The home plate umpire pushing some of the Indians.
Back into dugouts. It's
On the mound tonight for the Generals is Guilfoyle. First pitch is in there on the inside part of the plate for a strike.
got the third baseman in, even with the grass. Possible of a bunt.
That pitch, man.
He's bringing
that
it, isn't he?
Whew.
He's throwing
Some
hard.
high heat there. A ball and a strike way up high, but Thomason let it go by. Here's the 1-1. Thomason lets it go by again, makes it a ball and 2 strikes.
Didn't get a chance to talk to Lafayette's coaches before the game, but the way this kid throws hard, you got to think someone's interested.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a swing and a miss by Thomason, but this Guilfoyle kid is got a rocket for an arm. Here's the 2-2. Thomason grounded to short. Coming down the first base line. Going to be close, but not in time. It'll be an out. Good effort by Thomason to try to beat out the throw, but it'll end up as a grounder to short and 1 out in the inning for Trey Eaton.
Trading the center fielder. He's going to try to get something going for the Indians now.
Eaton also good speed. Digs in with nobody on and 1 out for Madison Central here in the bottom of the first. First pitch. High pop up.
Into the infield.
Shortstop will go behind second place, called off by the center fielder to make the play, and the Indians with 2 quick outs by Thomason and Eden.
Now Ben Snap's going to come up, take a couple pitches. Don't want to give him a quick 1-2-3 inning, so Snap should be up taking a couple. Give Ricky a little time in the dugout.
That puts Grant in the on-deck circle, but again, 2 outs, nobody on for Ben Snap. First pitch, Snap. First pitch swinging in the right center field. Right fielder going back. And warning track power. Snap.
Quick inning.
1 pitch and another out.
What was that, 4 or 5 pitches in the
5
entire inning?
pitches for the inning for Guilfoyle, and it's a 1-2-3, bottom of the first for the Indians. 2-0. Lafayette on top. Step aside for a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA. Small car, big coverage.
On top with a 2-run home run in the top of the first by Eddie Satisky. They also drove in Luke Taylor. That'll bring up number 18, Zach Tudor, to lead off the second inning.
Not a horrible first inning by Richie. One mistake pitch up, put over the wall.
He's got to keep the damage to a minimum here. First pitch to Tudor is low and away. Ball and no strikes. 2-0 in the top of the second inning. It'll be Tudor, Tackett, and Morgan. Third, second, and shortstops due up for the Generals.
Get to the infield here.
The 1-0. Way out in front, a nice breaking ball, like a curveball into the hands of Richie to make it a ball and a strike. Indians with a good squad. Top 10 team in the state, number 4 ranked in one of the polls. Pitch outside makes it 2-1, and the Generals come in ranked number 9, but some nice wins for both of these two teams.
They both went down to Florida, won some good games. Of course, Lafayette's taking care of business with Tates Creek and Catholic over there.
The 2-1 out in front again is Tudor and makes it 2-2.
See, much like basketball, Tates Creek, Lafayette, some of them teams are going to eliminate each other before we can get to regional play. So there's going to be a top 10 team sitting at home once region starts because of district into 43rd.
Tudor down on strikes. The breaking ball was worked to perfection. All 3 strikes to Tudor were the breaking ball out of the hand of Richie. And it's 1 out in the inning. Bringing up Sam Tackett.
Leads off both innings with strikeout, swing and strikeout. So Sam Tackett now is going to be the hitter.
Very active in the box is Tackett, the second baseman. First pitch to him. In there, a high strike at the letters. The umpire gives the call to Richie. 0-1 the count. Looks like the Lady Indians also in action tonight over on the field above us.
Yet to see a softball game this year.
0-1. Breaking ball. We'll have one on the air Thursday night. It'll be a Southern softball game as they take on North Florida.
What I've seen and heard, Southern may be the top team here in the district.
That little young pitcher, I think Pig is her name. She's really good. 1-1. Nice pitch right at the knees by Richie. A ball and 2 strikes.
Someone caught the corner. If you're consistently around the plate, the umpire will give you the call.
1 out, 1-2 the pitch. Coming out of the hands of Richie. Out in front, but a fly ball in the left field, and the left fielder able to make the play. That is Cox for out number 2.
Jeremy Cox seeing the majority of playing time that Jacob Ferris lost with the injury, so he's making the most of it now.
And now the shortstop, Jake Morgan, to the plate for the Generals. Nobody on, 2 outs. Richie looking for a 1-2-3, top of the second. Pitch fouled off by Morgan Guilfoyle in the on-deck circle.
He was on it, just fouled it straight back into the netting behind home plate.
I almost thought the most dangerous position on the baseball field was the home plate umpire.
He don't have much protection back there.
That
He has a
pitch
catcher in front of him. That's about it.
on the outside corner that they used to when I played back in the day. Had the big match they had put in front of them. I think that's more for the younger age now. The chest protector is about all you get now in the match.
Yeah.
0-2 the count. Here's Richie. Out in front again, the grounder to short. Thomason makes the play over to first.
Got him.
In time for the out. 3 outs in the inning. A 1-2-3 second inning for Richie and the Indians. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break. When we come back, it is due up with Grant, Shaver, and McQueen back in one on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA. Which way do you like it? 3-way, 4-way, 5-way? Get a famous Coney double-decker or a fresh salad, burritos, burrito bowls. Don't forget the kids menu and Gold Star's premium shakes. And get it to go through the drive-thru. Get Gold Star Chili before or after the game. Heck, you don't even need a game. Gold Star Chili in Berea, 638 Chestnut Street. You'll find us under the Gold Star.
Gold Star Chili, the flavor of Cincinnati.
Don Richardson Field here at Madison Central High School. And Donald Foster on the air with me, welcoming you all into the stations of the WB here on Wallingford Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television Facebook page. It is 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second, and due up probably the most powerful hitter in the lineup for the Madison Central Indians, and Jared Grant, a guy that missed the second half of the season last year for baseball, missed the entire football season this year, but he is back with a vengeance. And one thing we know about Jared is he did not receive a scholarship offer from Auburn.
No, he did
yet,
not.
Anyway.
He
made
fooled a lot of us.
Yeah. Good April Fool's joke put off by Grant.
His mother wasn't laughing. She received over 100 phone calls and texts. But he is a really nice player.
I'm sure he'll be playing somewhere.
Yeah,
in
one of the top Indians. Has a nice swing. And
first pitch up high. See what else he was really good at was football. He was a tackling machine for Coach Centers a couple years ago. That pitch, wow, looked like it was low and away, but the called strike by the home plate umpire makes it a ball and a strike.
Terry didn't like that pitch, but
here's Guilfoyle. Grant takes it on the outside corner, a ball and 2 strikes.
Good thing about baseball, you get 3 strikes. So now he's in the hole 1 and 2.
Grant digging back in. Guilfoyle the 1-2. Outside corner, and that one looked just like in the same position as the last one.
Same place, same spot as the first one. So.
Maybe an inch or 2 away, but that one looks good from here, but we'll take it 2-2. Here's Guilfoyle with the 2-2 pitch, and Grant down the right field line on the first base line will ground it foul. Jared Grant, the first baseman, followed up by Caden Shaver and then Matt McQueen, the first baseman. Grant, third baseman Shaver, and the designated hitter tonight is McQueen. Here's the 2-2. Grant, that was way inside and just kind of fouled it off to stay alive.
That's what it was. He's protecting the plate. And I'm glad to see our baseball program back into top 10 contention year in, year out now. For a little while there, we were down compared to Madison Central standards. And
pitch up high, runs account full. A good at-bat by Jared Grant considering the quick inning that Guilfoyle had 5 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah. Got to take some pitches, make them work a little bit in this 75-degree heat.
This is pitch number 8. Grant swings through for strike 3. I tell you what, the fastball from Guilfoyle, I would not want to be standing in the way of that one.
Now Shiver, the hitter, I like this sophomore third baseman. He's got some power, some pop to his bat, plays a good third base. He has a chance to be a really, really good player by the time he leaves here.
Shaver on the dig in against the rocket arm of Tyler Guilfoyle.
Back to the baseball program, though, when you have a coach like we've had for 20-plus years now, you get stability.
Mm-hmm.
You go from Don Richardson to Mark Smith. I think Gary Fritz was in there for a couple of seasons, and then Roof back in the late 90s, and he's been here ever since. The Hall of Famer.
The 0-1 to Shaver.
And, of course,
outside.
keeping David Withers down there, too.
Yeah.
Keeping your assistant coach.
You want to keep your assistants as much as you can and keep that stability in your program as well. Here's the 1-1. Shaver swings through. Strike 2, a ball and 2 strikes. A 2-0 score here in the bottom of the second inning. Indians down to the Generals of Lafayette.
Really nice pitcher on the mound for Lafayette.
Shaver, a high
Popped
pop up. Shortstop and third baseman coming in. Shortstop will call everybody off and make the play. Will Jake Morgan.
So far, Indians can't figure out the pitcher.
That'll bring up Matt McQueen.
I like the McQueen kid. He's got a little pop to his bat. Solid little ball player. He designate hits quite a bit.
Lefty, the first lefty is that the first lefty for the Indians tonight? I believe it is, yeah.
A lot of room down to third base line if you can send one that way.
High pop up in the left field. Left fielder won't really have to move. He'll come up a step and make the play. So the Indians,
Another
3 up, 3 down. In the bottom of the second, still trail 2-0 as we go to the third. Step aside for a 1-minute break. Be back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and Madison County School Sports Television.
Do you like horses? I like horses. Come on, buy some horses. And take your horses to walk some horses. Go, baby, go.
Welcome to Coyote Country, your favorites from yesterday and today. 100.7 Coyote Country.
Don here at Madison Central High School. Indians down 2-0 as we go to the third inning, and due up for the Generals is Matt Guilfoyle, Kyle Browning, and Luke Taylor, the 9, 1, and 2 batters for Lafayette.
Richie, a couple hits in the so far, couple Ks, one mistake pitch.
Assuming Matt Guilfoyle has to be the brother of Tyler, mainly because I don't see that name being around very often.
Yeah, their brother, cousin at the worst. Yeah, they're related somehow, of course. Like you said, though, it's not a common name.
First pitch, lay down the bunt. Richie coming in. That's an easy play.
You better hurry up, though.
Got him. That one was a bang, bang over at first.
For a catcher, he moves pretty good.
Yeah. Matt Guilfoyle almost beat it out.
Reminds me of a little Craig Biggio from back in the day. He came up as a catcher.
What, catcher?
He could move.
Left field, second base, shortstop for Biggio.
He played all 9 positions, I believe, just about. Maybe didn't pitch as much, but Browning led the game off with a strikeout, so it'd be nice to get another one. Get a quick inning here for Adam Ritchie.
First pitch, Browning swings through for the strike.
Ball in the dirt, had him fooled big time.
Ritchie again, 2 strikeouts. He got Browning to lead off the first, and then Tudor
to lead off the second.
To lead off the second inning.
Quickly in the third inning.
0-1 to Browning. Pitch in the dirt. A ball and a strike. Donald Foster, Michael Watkins, glad to have you tuned in here. Again, don't forget, Thursday night, hometown heroes, the Special Olympics. Got a couple of young ladies going to be recognized over there from 5 to 7 at Chick-fil-A here in Richmond. Ball and a strike. Ritchie the pitch outside now, 2-1.
Trying to stay away from the hitter. Special Olympics is something I always wanted to get involved with as a special ed major. It's something that if you get a chance to go out and see them play or perform or do their thing when it comes here in June, I believe, the state tournament here at EKU, get out and support them.
There'll be an event in Lexington this weekend.
Yeah, they work hard.
2-1 the count. Pitch in there for a strike. My good buddy Michael Higginbottom was come up to the radio station today with Coach Eden to have a little interview and talk about the Special Olympics. And Michael was talking about how fast he was. We're trying to work out that race, though, Don. I'm going to try to give him a race, man.
We want to get that on Madison County School Sports Television.
He might beat me, though. Then I'll feel bad. So
he said he'd beat you.
He did. He was talking trash up there today.
He wasn't going to blow smoke to you. He's like, I'll beat you.
3 balls, 2 strikes, full count, payoff pitch coming to Browning, who struck out to lead off the ball game back in the first. Here's the pitch. High pop up, fouls it off. A little Bee Gees for you. I would sing it, but
got enough to stay alive on that one. But
special thank you to Philip Play and Randy Rosenbaum, our 2 producers today. Glad to have them along with us. Not as much Randy, but
we could do without Randy. We can't do without Philip.
Nah, exactly. Here's the payoff pitch again. Hard hitting to left field. Left fielder.
That one carrying ball well, too.
Yeah, that looks like it's going over the fence, and it is.
350.
Browning, a homer over the left center field fence. And again, the Generals homer off of Ritchie.
2 home runs this afternoon for the Lafayette Generals. Wow. Lafayette's got a little power to them.
They are no slouch, that's for sure. And Guilfoyle on the mound makes it a lot tougher for the opposing team to come back.
And they're playing the Indians, who, like I said, is a top 5 team. They were number 1 in some polls. Statement game for them. Coming at 12-4, people are probably overlooking them. They want to make a statement tonight against one of the top teams in the state.
That brings up Taylor, who doubled to right field in his first appearance back in the first. And that puts Satiski in the on-deck circle. Ritchie on the outside corner for a strike to lead off the at-bat. 2 runs in the first, 1 run here in the third thus far. It's an 0-1 count, but a 3-0 score here in the top of the third. 1 out, nobody on for Taylor.
Hadn't seen Lafayette, of course, this season. I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with them. They got some pop to their bat. The pitcher on the mound is throwing the ball really well, throwing it hard.
Curveball away from the plate. Outside, a ball and a strike. Ritchie the pitch. Down the right field line again, in between the hole, between first and second base, a base hit.
Second hit for Taylor.
Both of them to right field.
Now you got to be careful with Satiski here. He hit the 2-run homer.
Eddie, the 2-run home run to left center field that drove in Taylor back in the first. This guy just, I mean, he looks
like a baseball player.
Home run
he
hitter.
Looks like a baseball player. Good lead at first for the runner, Taylor.
First pitch, Satiski in the left field. 1 pitch, another base hit for him, and the Indians in some trouble here in the third inning with 2 men on and 1 out for the opposing pitcher, Tyler Guilfoyle.
They want to start looking to get someone up. Ritchie doesn't seem to have it today. Sometimes pitchers just come out and you can sense they don't have it. And looks like they're all over Ritchie so far.
I've seen some pitchers this year, Don, that I don't think ever had it.
There's some of those, especially in the high school game. The other night, I guess it was last night, with the Cincinnati Reds, their pitcher gave up 10 runs, I believe it was. That was a product of no bullpen. No, it wasn't Bronson.
It's not good for the old ERA, I would think.
No bullpen that night either. So, infield, first baseman's in, expecting a bunt, perhaps a bunt, to move the runners up.
Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Ritchie's got to buckle down and get a few outs here.
Of course.
Going to call a quick time and have his catcher come out and talk to him with 1 out in the inning. That's a real quick chat.
Yeah. This could be just get some bullpen action going, perhaps. I don't see anyone going toward the pen, but
Logan Black, the catcher. Good to see him coming up in the next inning for the Indians. Due up for Madison Central with the 7, 8, 9 batters. Got to get through this inning first.
Infielder is now back at normal position.
That's a close throwdown from Ritchie to try to get Taylor back at second, but he's get back in time, and Guilfoyle will dig back in with a 0-1 count, 1 out in the inning, 2 men on for the Lafayette pitcher. Ritchie gets the sign, checks the runners, and the 0-1. Curveball, nice pitch, 0-2 the count.
Generous call in my opinion. Caught the corner, I guess, 0-2.
Ritchie taking his time here. Again, just want to make sure you get the out here.
Don't want to make a mistake. Don't want to leave one up in the zone.
Checks the runners.
I like softball. Not a timed game.
And the 0-2, they're going to throw back to second again. That one almost got away from Snap. He had put that glove back behind him.
I've never been a big fan of the throwback to second. As a shortstop, I never liked that because it's so easy for it to get away from you. The ball can hit the runner slides into you. It's just an error waiting to happen.
Ritchie again gets the sign. Checks the runners. And the pitch. Out down the right first base line, Jared Grant will field it and throw over.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, a mistake as Grant tries to throw to third.
No, Jared had no business throwing to third. The man was standing on the bag, so.
I think he wanted to try to fake the throw, and then it just came out of his glove. I think it's what happened, but
I don't know. It's an E3, whatever it was.
The throw over, and the escape gets away.
Going to allow the run to come across.
And now another runner over at third.
So that's an unearned run, but But it moves the runner up 90 feet for Steintorf.
First pitch, nice pitch to make it a strike. Steintorf grounded out to short in the first inning to end the inning. Tudor on deck. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Grounded to short. Thomas has been busy today. Throw over will be in time. Back-to-back ground out to shorts by John Steintorf to end the inning. And that will be out number 3. 2 more runs for Lafayette, though, to make it 4-0 Generals. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break and be back right here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA. Which way do you like it? 3-way, 4-way, 5-way? Get a famous Coney double-decker or a fresh salad, burritos, burrito bowls. Don't forget the kids menu and Gold Star's premium shakes. And get it to go through the drive-thru. Get to Gold Star Chili before or after the game. Heck, you don't even need a game. Gold Star Chili in Berea, 638 Chestnut Street. You'll find us under the Gold Star.
Gold Star Chili, the flavor of Cincinnati.
To the Don here at Madison Central High School. Indians down 4-0 as we go to the to the bottom of the third and due up for Madison Central. Bryce Travis, Logan Black, and Jeremy Cox, the 7, 8, 9 batters for the Indians.
A couple of runs there for Lafayette, a couple of insurance runs, put it 4-0. 3 runs now for Adam Ritchie. One of them was unearned, so. But Travis, Black, and Cox to lead it off, so. Or actually, I'm sorry, Travis, Black, and Thomason. Jeremy Cox not hitting with the designated hitter.
Pitch is going to be grounded down to the second base line. That's the first base hit of the game for the Indians.
I didn't want to say nothing. First hit of the night for the Indians. And the catcher, Logan Black now. Halfway through this game now, bottom half of inning number 3. Sacrifice, get a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, I would think you got to play some small ball here. Now, on the deck, is that Cox or is that Ritchie?
That's Thomason.
It's
Cox.
No,
it's Cox.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Adam Ritchie's not hitting. Yeah, Cox is on deck.
And Black batting from the left-handed side of the plate.
Third baseman's back on the grass, so.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad spot if you want to try and lay one down here. Black, little hard grounder over to second, and double play by the Generals. That one was worked to perfection.
4-6-3 double play. Ouch. Well, that'll kill our rally pretty quick. And now Jeremy Cox the hitter.
And not a good start to the inning. You got a man on base in Travis. Again, we talked about the bunt down the third base line. Third baseman was kind of nonchalantly playing back over there, and Indians don't be aggressive with it. That'll bring up Cox. And the first pitch, did he go around?
Nope.
Did not.
1-0. He didn't see it. He's not asking for help either, so.
Catcher
wait a minute.
Now does, and they say he did go around.
He did go around. I thought he did. They get 0-1. Indians get a base runner, have him erased on a 4-6-3. One of those games, it appears.
Cox playing in left field tonight again. Coming up with nobody on, 2 outs. And Guilfoyle working on another quick inning. Nice little breaking ball comes in, a little slider it looked like. Now 0-2 the count. Guilfoyle ready to roll. Gets the sign from Matt Guilfoyle, the catcher.
He's wasting no time.
High pop up from Cox down the right field line. That one looks like it's going to be foul.
You know, these two are probably on the same page, pitcher and catcher. Siblings, that appears on the mound, and so not too much checking off the sign.
Indians down 4-0. quick note, the Reds game coming up later on tonight normally would be on WEKY. We will join the Reds in progress this evening, so that'll be coming up later on this evening. Pitch outside, makes it a ball and 2 strikes.
Game moving along pretty briskly tonight, halfway through this one.
Here's the pitch. Outside corner. Got him looking. Cox down on strikes. Another quick inning for Guilfoyle. The Generals are rolling right now on top 4-0 as we go to the 4th. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break and be back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
We're all busy living our lives each day, packing as much as we can into work and play. But your friends at CSEP have a thing or two they'd like to remind good folks like you. An emergency can happen almost any time, so stay connected and you'll be just fine. It doesn't really matter where the news comes from, Facebook or Twitter, prepareky.com. You don't have to study up or pass an exam, just follow the lead of the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program.
And General is going to the 4th. It's been a quick 1-2-3 thus far, Donald.
Lafayette's pitcher's throwing strikes and take away a couple of long balls from Lafayette. Richie hasn't looked too bad, so.
Yeah, 2 home runs, 3 runs off those home runs, and 1 unearned run for the Generals thus far. It'll be Zach Tudor to lead off. He led off the 2nd inning with a strike out. Here is the 4th and the first pitch from Richie. Outside for ball 1.
Missed away. Like I said, 4-0. It can be not overcomable there. 4 runs, not very much in a high school game, but the way the Lafayette pitcher is pitching, might as well be 14.
Yeah.
He's throwing strikes.
A ball and a strike as that pitch outside. Indians down 4-0. They'll be sending the top of the order back up to the plate when they come back with Thomason, Eden, and Snap in the bottom of the 4th. Got it locked down here and get some outs.
Need a quick inning. Richie could really use a quick inning.
Low and away on that one, and it makes it 2-1. Indians 16-2 on the season, as Donald was talking about in the pregame. Pitch, nice one by Richie. Evens us up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Indians' only losses were to Trinity, who was a top 5 team in the state at the time, and to Montgomery County on Friday night.
This is one of those things in baseball that losses don't hurt you as bad.
Pop up into right field. Right fielder coming in. Now backs up a few steps and makes the play. Over and right. That is Bryce Travis to get the out. First out of the inning. That'll bring up Sam Tackett.
Looking ahead, still Lexington Catholic coming here to Madison Central later on this season. Dunbar is going to be on the schedule for future, so it's not easier from here on out.
So you get better, though. The tougher the schedule you play,
what I was going to say.
Yeah, the better off you are. You might lose some games, but you're better well prepared by the time the end of the season rolls around. Same thing for basketball. We saw that this year with the Indians.
One thing I didn't like about Steve Roof's early schedules when he first started is a base hit up the middle for Tackett. Now, he played some teams that maybe we shouldn't have been playing, but maybe at the time that's who we were comparable to.
Yeah.
Now, Trinity, Mayo, so on, Knoxville, Florida. We play that tough schedule to get ready for May.
Shortstop, Jake Morgan.
Sam Tackett lined that one up the middle. Hard hit.
1 out and 1 on for the Generals, and that'll bring up Jake Morgan, the shortstop, who grounded out to the shortstop in his first appearance back in inning number 2. Richie the pitch on the outside corner, a nice pitch, makes it 0-1.
Third baseman even with the grass. Middle infield at double play depth. Like to see a 6-4-3 double play.
Get us out of the inning and get the offense back out there. Richie checks the runner and the pitch.
Runner bluffs, throw back.
Throw down to Grant, not going to be in time. Makes it a ball and a strike. Madison Central down 4-0. Again, do want to keep in mind the Reds game would normally be on WEKY. That game will be preempted. We'll join it in progress later on this evening following this baseball game between the Indians and the Generals. A high pop up into right center field. And Travis comes in to make the play. That's the second time he has recorded an out here in the inning. And 1 out and 1 on for Kyle Browning, who hit a home run, a solo shot to left center field.
2 outs.
Back in the third.
Tudor led off the inning with an out. That's 2 away. Tudor flies out to right. Tackett gets a single, and then the fly out for Morgan. Runner at first is bluffing hard.
Swing and a miss by Browning.
It's Browning or Guilfoyle?
Oh, it's Guilfoyle. You're right. Guilfoyle, who
Catcher.
bunted out
Yep.
in the third inning. Browning is now on deck.
Yes.
The 0-1, high pop up.
Should be.
That's going to
play.
be close to playable, but now behind the dugout for the Generals. Makes it 0-2, the count.
0-2 runner at first. Runner at first trying to distract Richie, but he's having none of it.
0-2, 4-0 your score, 2 outs in the inning, and Matt Guilfoyle with a bunt out in the third inning, tried to get on base with the bunt and was thrown out by Richie. Here's the 0-2. Man, that one looked good. Buckled the knees, but
Steve wants to know where it missed at. Coach Roof comes out of the dugout, wants to know where she missed. And ball and 2 strikes, though.
here's the 1-2 from Richie. Again, checking the runner at first. Pitch, high, throw down, not going to be in time.
Got to dive back in, though.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. General scored 2 in the first and 2 in the third to take a 4-0 lead. 2 home runs, 1 by Browning and 1 by Satiski. Here's the 2-2. Out in front. Did he go around? They'll check down. No, they won't check down.
Steve's on his way out to the mound. Coach Roof's going to come out and talk to Richie now with a 2-2 count.
It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coach Roof and Logan Black will converge with their pitcher on the mound. 1 out, 2 out, 1 on for the Generals, who have a 4-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. It was Zach Tudor who popped up to right field to begin the inning. A single to second base a single up the middle by Tackett, and then a pop up to right field for the second out by Jake Morgan has brought in Matt Guilfoyle to the plate, and a 2-2 count to him with 2 outs in the inning. And Coach Roof now looking back at the home plate umpire.
The field umpires kind of told him to speed her up, break up the powwow. Not sure what he's talking about here, but 2-2 to count, 2 outs.
Don't know if maybe they're going to change up some signs, or maybe just try to tell him to not focus on the run, or maybe just try to calm him down a little bit.
I say you don't walk the hitter with a 2-2 count, so.
Especially when you got a guy who hit a home run already on you.
Probably, just go get the hitter. And now if they hit it, defense take care of it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, decent space down the left field line. That pitch by Guilfoyle Guilfoyle fouled off.
A lot of chatter coming out of Lafayette dugout now. They're hyped up. Leading 4-0. Why wouldn't they be? Here at Madison Central.
It's a 4-0 score, as Don just said. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, 1 on for Matt Guilfoyle, who is 0 for 1 in the game.
Unusual. Both Indian losses this year have been at home. Trinity's here and
swing and a miss. Down on strikes. A nice pitch by Adam Ritchie. And down goes Guilfoyle. Can the Indians get some momentum going on their side now as we go to the bottom of the fourth and back to the top of the order with Thomason, Eden, and Snap. Step aside for a 1-minute break and be right back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
Okay, I checked out this Chevy Tahoe from Jack Burford Chevrolet. Nice. What? Ooh, this is nice. Nice Tahoe. Ooh, watch this. It even has a backup camera. Sweet. Ooh, no hands. Nice. What? You want a truck? You want a Chevy? Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Down 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. 1, 2, 3, top of the order coming up for Madison Central in Thomason, Eden, and Snap. All three guys 0 for 1. And Donald, this is the second time through the order for Madison Central. The Generals already 2 times through the order.
See if the Indians picked up on anything that first time through. It'll help them the second time around. We know this guy can throw it hard, and maybe they can pick up on his rhythm and speed. Or perhaps the Indians are going to play a little small ball here. Bunt, get on, get them over, and get them in.
Thomason.
A lot of room down that third base line.
Yeah, interesting batting stance. He kind of holds the bat in front of him. First pitch, taken up high. I always like the different batting stances from players. I tell you what, the favorite one I've seen thus far in this game has been Jared Grant, just the way he stands over it. It's a powerful batting stance that he's got. The 0-1, a nice breaking ball. Kind of buckles the knees of Thomason to make it a ball and a strike.
A lot of people will think everyone should be taught the same way, but it doesn't work the same way for everyone, just like in basketball or football. Not the same throwing motion, not the same batting stance.
One of my best friends back in the day was a really good shooter but had the worst form.
Oh, yeah.
Me, I don't know if my form's any good, but I can't shoot anyway, so not that it matters.
When I coached basketball, I had Olivia Terry, and she had the worst-looking shot you'd ever seen, but she's the leading scorer at Madison Central, so something worked.
2-1, now 2-2, and that didn't sound good.
That sounded like it might have been the van with the sports monkey in it. Not the sports monkey. He's supposed to be protecting the van.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Leading off here in the bottom of the fourth, Logan Thomason. That pitch way up high, and Thomason lets it go for ball number 3. He runs the count full. Don't know if you're Guilfoyle, maybe a little bit tiresome here. He's not throwing a lot of pitches, but he's thrown hard in the first 3 innings.
He's throwing it hard. He has quick innings, though.
Here's the payoff pitch. Thomason down the first base line.
Nice
first
play.
baseman will get it and step on the bag for the first out. Tell you what, that one looked like it was going to be ball 4, but
Yeah.
Thomason going after it, grounds out to first.
2 strikes he had to protect, so he's doing a really good job of keeping the Indians off balance, keeping them off the bases. I mean, 1 hit so far for Madison Central.
And that hit came from
Travis.
who was then thrown out in the double play.
Yep. A couple pitches later, the 4-6-3 happened.
Here's Eden, who popped up to center field in his first plate appearance. Kind of squared around a bunt, pulled it back on a 1-0 count. Pitch outside. Snap on deck. Grant to follow him if the Indians can continue the inning.
Got to get some base runners here. It doesn't matter if you stick an elbow out or lay the bunt down.
Pitch up high, now 2-0. Tyler Guilfoyle. Don't know the number of pitches, but it's at a pretty good number, you would think, for
Through
3 innings.
Yeah, through 3 1/3.
That pitch looked good from here at the knees, but the umpire doesn't give the strike signal. It's now 3-0. 3 straight out of the zone to begin the at-bat to Trey Eden. He had a 3-ball, 2-strike count to Logan Thomason.
You know he ain't swinging on this one. And he walks.
4 straight to walk Trey Eden.
Might be what the Indians need to get some runners on. First walk of the night for either pitcher.
Now Ben Snap, the batter, who flew out to right field back in the first inning to end that inning. It was 10 up, 10, or not 10 up, 10 down, but it was 8 up, 7 up, 7 down before Travis got on base. And then 3 more retired in a row by Guilfoyle before.
He'd faced a minimum.
Yeah.
Through 3 innings.
Now the walk to Eden, trying to give the Indians a spark here in the bottom of the fourth, down 4-0 with 1 out, and now a runner on.
They're really
Guilfoyle,
concerned with Eden over at first. That was a close play, too.
2 throw overs. Second one almost got him.
Nice pickoff move with this young man.
Jared Grant on deck. Tell you, one of the best I've seen in a high school game and throwing people out was Alex Hamilton, who is now a pitcher for EKU. Played at Breathitt County a few years ago. First pitch to snap is
Go back.
high. Throw down to Eden. Not going to get it. 1-0 the count. 5 straight out of the zone from Tyler Guilfoyle.
Indians need an inning like this where make them labor a little bit on the mound.
1 on and 1 out.
Eden shortened up the stand, Eden over at first has shortened his lead a little bit.
Guilfoyle the
Going.
pitch. Going, and the ball in the dirt.
He was protecting.
Wow, it was a called strike.
Well, he swung at it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't see the swing.
Yeah, he was trying to protect the runner on a hit and run. He missed, but Eden gets the stolen base.
A ball and a strike.
Runner in scoring position now.
Good protection, too, by a snap.
Yeah,
I didn't
he-
even see it.
Yeah, he swung away. He was trying to protect the runner. As he got a late jump on the run. It was a hit and run all the way.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner in scoring position. Guilfoyle will check down the runner at second and the pitch. Snap into left center. Will it get down? It will. Over the head of the left fielder. Indians will get a run. It'll be an RBI double for Ben Snap, and that'll be it as he will be held over at second base. Indians trying to get something going here in the 4th.
Exactly what the Indians needed. Get them on, get them over. Now it's 4-1, 3-run game, and Jared Grant, the cleanup hitter, stepping in.
And Grant has the ability to make this a 1-run game with 1 swing of the bat.
Hey, a base hit may score a run.
And you know that the mistake he made a couple innings ago on the defensive side, he would love to make up for that.
Yep.
That allowed an unearned run to come across for the Generals.
Yep.
Guilfoyle will check the runner over at second. Again, good speed on the bases. Grant takes the first pitch for a strike. Grant struck out back in the second inning. 2 strikeouts thus far for Tyler Guilfoyle. 1 to Grant, 1 to Jeremy Cox. Guilfoyle checks the runner, and the 0-1 is hit hard into right field. Base hit.
Well, they're sending them.
They're going to send Snap.
Throw to home. Off the line.
Way out of the line.
RBI single for Jared.
Nice job to test the arm, and it pays off as Ben Snap scores. The Indians have cut that lead in half, now 4-2.
Good job by Withers, knowing it's going to take a perfect throw to get the base runner, and the throw comes way up the first base line. Unfortunate, though, Grant couldn't move on to second on the throw, but he's at first for Shaver.
And Shaver popped up the short in his only appearance thus far. Indians getting to Guilfoyle a little here now.
Walking back-to-back hits have led to 2 runs. Like I said, I like this Shaver kid a lot. A lot of room down this third base line if he could find a way to.
Yeah, all the way down the left field line. Yeah. Nobody. The left fielder probably playing.
That's what I meant to say, left field line.
25 yards off the line.
He can rattle one down that corner. He can run forever.
Pitch low and away, but Grant going to be forced to stay at first. And Matt Guilfoyle a little shaken up. I think that one mightn't have got him
somewhere. I don't know where it could have got him at, but.
I don't know if maybe it just knocked the breath out of him, hit him in the chest protector a little bit too hard. 1 on and 1 out. 2 runs across here in the inning for Madison Central.
Not an extremely big lead at first for Jared, but.
Pitch, swing and a miss. Shaver. A ball and a strike. 1 out. 4-2 your score. Madison Central on top. Or excuse me, Madison Central trailing 4-2. For the Generals of Lafayette, but 2 runs in the inning have given the Indians life here midway through this ball game.
Only 1 away here, also in the bottom of the 4th.
Guilfoyle with the pitch. Wow. Man, that one looked good, but we'll take it.
Missed outside, I reckon.
2-1 to count.
Two-1 Grant at first. Don't think we'll see him running. Well, he has not. He has no lead now, so Jared's going to be content to be driven home from first.
Takes off. A little hit and run action.
Yep.
A little hit and run action with Shaver.
Second time Indians tried the hit and run.
That's where you do the
jinx
reverse. Yeah, the reverse the media jinx. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 4-2 your score. The Indians with 2 runs in this inning and threatening for more. Shaver trying to help the rally midway through the ball game and give the Indians another shot with
McQueen on deck.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Guilfoyle checks the runner, throws over, not going to be in time. Again, if you're tuning in to try to catch the pregame for the Reds, it is going to be preempted by this ball game, Madison Central and Lafayette. We will join the Reds game in progress immediately following this game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch into left field. Left fielder giving chase, but he'll have plenty of room to make the play, and Jared Grant will be forced back to first. Hard hit, but left fielder was right there to make the play.
Just going to get enough of it. Brings up Matt McQueen now.
2 outs, and Indians now will have to have a 2-out rally coming up.
Of course, McQueen's 0 for 1.
Old Hulk Hogan music from
the
NWO days for McQueen
Hollywood
as he comes
Hogan.
up to the bat.
Hollywood.
Man, I miss those wrestling days. Here's the pitch to McQueen. Outside 1-0. That was the days of the Sting, the Crow Sting, and Ric Flair. We could go on and on for old school
Kevin
wrestling.
Nash.
Yeah. Macho Man.
Steve Austin's around. The runner goes.
1-0 and fouled
Another
off.
hit and run, protecting the runner.
Now a ball and a strike to count. 2 outs in the inning as McQueen trying to get the hit and run action. Popped up to left field in the second inning to end the second. Madison Central here in the fourth, though. Got a walk by Eden that he was driven in on an RBI double from Snap. An RBI single from Grant drove him in. And then a fly out to left field by Shaver puts us where we are now. 2 outs and a runner on first with a 4-2 score.
At least Indians have cut the lead in half now, which is what we had to do. Break up the rhythm of the pitcher, Guilfoyle. He was on a roll there for three innings.
1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Inside now 2-1.
Speaking of Reds baseball, who would have thought the Reds would have been this good
Yeah.
early? I mean, I know they lost a couple now in a row, but they were leading the division there for a little while.
I think the Cubs finally got it going.
Yeah. It's a tough division with the Cubs and the Cardinals in it. Runner goes.
Strike 2 call. Grant going to be
Out by a mile.
out, yeah.
I believe that was a blown hit and run again.
Plenty of time, and I think it was as the third base coach giving McQueen an earful as he comes over to the dugout.
Yeah, I think it was because he was dead to right. He didn't even slide.
A missed opportunity. 4-2. Indians score 2 runs, though, to cut that lead in half. Step aside for a 1-minute break and be right back on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
Welcome to Coyote Country, your favorites from yesterday and today. 100.7 Coyote Country.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Hey everybody, this is Sydney, and this is My Richmond.
Indians 2, Lafayette 4 as we go to the 5th inning. Donald Foster joining me on the broadcast, and Don. Indians going to have to buckle down here and get some more outs and hope for some more runs when we come back to the plate. but a good fourth inning to get on the board and kind of get to Guilfoyle a little bit. Long inning, he was out there for
Adam Ritchie entering his 5th inning. He's gone 4 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 3 runs. So not a great outing by him this afternoon, but if he can settle down here and keep it at a 2-run deficit, that's what the Indians need.
Browning to lead off. First pitch, swung on and missed.
Of course, Browning hit a home run his previous plate appearance.
Homer to left center field. We've had 2 of those.
Both from Lafayette, 2 home runs.
0-1, now 0-2 on a nice pitch by Ritchie to get ahead in the count. 0-2 with nobody out. Leading off here in the top of the 5th is Kyle Browning, the center fielder. A strikeout and a home run in the ball game, 1 for 2. Here is the 0-2 from Ritchie. Breaking ball on the outside corner, but not enough at the plate to
get the call.
Convince the home plate umpire to give the strike call. Ball and 2 strikes. Ritchie checks the runner, or no runner. What am I talking about? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and down goes Browning. Maybe me talking about the runner got him to throw the strike there. We'll use that.
Second swing and strikeout for Browning. 4th strikeout for Ritchie.
Yeah, Ritchie struck out Browning twice. He got Tudor once and Matt Guilfoyle back in the 4th to end the 4th inning. And now Luke Taylor, who is 2 for 2 in the game with 2 doubles to right field.
He's doubled and singled. He's been a thorn.
A high pop-up here, and this one will be playable. Second baseman backing up. Snap will make the play for the out. So it's shaping up to possibly be a quick inning for Ritchie, but we're now forced with a bases clear, 2-out situation for Eddie Satiski, who is 2 for 2 with a 2-run home run and a single to left field.
He looks like a ball player, doesn't he? He's got the build, got the look.
Good athlete, too. Made a nice play over at first a couple innings ago.
Yep.
Ritchie checks the runner. Again, I say that. What am I doing, Don? Just hit me next time I say
There is no
that.
runner. You seeing a ghost in a
I didn't get much sleep last night, guys, so remember that. Newborn's keeping
You were
me
saying your wife was out of town and
Yeah.
you had the baby by yourself.
Yeah, her grandma was a little sick, so staying with her, and it was me and the baby last night. Here's 2-0 to Tiski. Maybe one of those situations where you pitch around him without kind of exactly pitching around it.
Unintentional walk, perhaps. Get to Guilfoyle. He's 0 for 2.
Intentionally walking.
Yep.
The 2-0, Satiski going to foul it off.
I would have had it if the net hadn't been there.
2-1 the count, 2 outs, bases clear. And a 4-2 score. Lafayette on top. Ritchie looking for a 1-2-3, top of the 5th.
A couple bad pitches there by Ritchie. Left him up in the zone, and that's all it took to get down 4 runs. But otherwise, he's been pretty balanced today.
3-1 count, the pitch outside. On deck is Tyler Guilfoyle, who's 0 for 2.
3-1. I say you just throw one in the dirt, let him go down to first.
Don't give him a shot here with the 3-1 count.
Nope.
Well, grounder to third.
Shiver made a stop, but no play. No,
yeah, he went into left field. It
Went
looked
into
like he
left
did.
field.
A good effort by Shaver. One thing I also noticed about Satiski, he's got a man's beard as well.
3 hits now for the young man, too. Can we get check his eligibility, make sure he's not like bench warmers out there? I'm 17.
I'm 28, and I can't even get a beard.
Yeah, you remember the movie Bench Warmers where the pitcher was, I'm 12. He was like a 40-year-old man.
0-1, or excuse me, there we go. My scoreboard man's messing up on me now. There's the 0-1 count. We were just we were seeing the future. There we go. Yeah, there are 2 outs in the inning.
Guilfoyle's he's 0 for 2, so maybe we can get Tyler here and end this inning.
Ritchie checking the runner. That one coming right back at us.
That was right at us.
I don't know if you know, but the color analyst is supposed to protect the play-by-play guy. Got to protect the moneymaker over here. No, we're not worried about that.
I've been trained to protect the camera over the years.
0-2 the count, 2 outs. Ritchie trying to end the inning here with a runner on first. And 2 out.
Runner goes.
Got him picked off. Got him Grant will throw down to second, and the runner is out of there. They get Satiski to end the inning. Generals still on top, 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. We'll step aside for a woman to break and be back on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
The most valuable thing in this world, you know, are the children we raise and get to watch grow. And when they're in school, they need to be safe. So know the plan your school's put in place. In an emergency, follow this rule. Don't try to pick up your kids at school. Protect yourself and stay safe at home to ensure your kids will never be alone. This is good advice no matter where you're from. Find out more at prepareky.com.
Boardman Family Chiropractic on Jerry Lane in Richmond, or visit boardmanchiropractic.com.
Indians on top, or excuse me, Indians down 4-2, but they're coming up with the middle of the order. McQuain, Travis, and Black, the 6, 7, and 8 batters. McQuain popped up to left field back in the second. He was actually up to bat in the last half or the last inning for Madison Central, but Jared Grant got caught stealing second.
Nobody's on base.
Who's on first? 17. Nobody's on first yet, Randy. Hopefully McQuain will be after this at-bat, or maybe even further than that. Indians got 2 runs in the bottom of the fourth. Now the bottom of the fifth trying to duplicate that. First pitch to McQuain in there for a strike. Donald Foster, Michael Watkins, glad to have you tuned in. At first pitch, we had a 73-degree temperature.
Yes.
And now we have creeped down to a brisk 72.
I could tell it was getting a little cooler.
Mostly sunny. Pitch in there for, that might be my fan here, man.
It could be the fan.
Could be the fan blowing on you a little bit.
I could tell it was getting a little cooler.
0-2 to McQuain. This is my only fan. No more fans for me.
You have no fans.
McQuain reaches out to get it. I tell you what, Michael Higginbottom's a fan. It's my buddy.
He's your friend.
Listening in to us, I'm sure. Don't forget to check out Hometown Heroes from the Special Olympics. Going to be over at Chick-fil-A on Thursday from 5 to 7. Make sure to get out and support the Special Olympics team from Madison County.
Third strikeout for Guilfoyle. He went. No, he did not. Did he go? No.
Did not go. Took the umpire down at first. And
thought he did. Travis, though, got the first base hit of the night for the Indians.
Single to right field back in the third, and then was thrown out on the 4-6-3 double play. And Logan Black grounded into it. Here's the pitch, and Travis fouls it off. Now
back into the
1-1.
Foul ball brought to you by Jerry Goble, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance needs, go see Jerry Goble on Big Hill Avenue. Proud sponsor of Madison County School Sports Television.
Pitch inside now, 2-1.
2 balls a strike. Indians, again, just need base runners, get them on, get them over. Down 2 right now against Guilfoyle.
Here's the pitch. And out in front is Travis to make it 2-2.
Had him fooled on that one, didn't he?
Guilfoyle, it doesn't seem like he's throwing as hard as he was in the first 4 innings, but
he's gone 4
still
and a
working
third,
good here.
3 hits. He's throwing a nice game.
Here's the 2-2. Up high and outside now, 3-2. And again, when you play a team like these two teams, it's going to be hard to keep them off the scoreboard. And Indians got 2 runs back in that last inning.
Of course, like as we said, both teams top 10 in the state. You know, they're not going to go down without fight.
Payoff pitch. Travis fouls it off.
Back into the nets.
Madison Central 2, Lafayette 4. Generals got 2 in the first and 2 in the third. The Indians with 2 in the last inning, back in the fourth. Now a payoff pitch. One out, nobody on. Here is the pitch, and they got him. Ring him up. Strike 3 call, and back-to-back strikeouts by Tyler Guilfoyle. That'll bring up Black, who grounded into a double play, and Indians are really leading a 2-out rally here. You want to kind of get some base runners. Good news is you'll go back at the top of the order. If Black does get out, we'll go 9-1-2 to lead off in the 6th.
Update from Madison Southern. Model leads at 3-2 now after 4 innings in a big 44th District showdown. In what should be a seed game, but it is not.
Yeah.
We don't seed in the 44th. We still draw.
You know, in basketball, they're one of probably the 3 or 4 districts that
I think there's
don't
6 seed. Yeah, don't seed.
Baseball is probably even fewer than that.
Probably. Makes no sense not to play each other twice.
Pitch in there for a strike. Now a ball and a strike, 2 outs. 4-2 your score. Indians trailing the Generals of Lafayette. Here's the 1-1. Black lets it go by. Now 1-2, and Guilfoyle looking for a 1-2-3. Strike out the side in order with another strike. He will do just that.
Talking about him not throwing as hard a moment ago, and here he struck out the first 2.
Here is the 1-2. Black out in front in the left center field. That one's going to drop, I think. It will.
Does.
Black,
Logan.
a nice piece of hitting, kind of just blooped it, but that was a hard hit in the left center field. It'll get to the warning track, and a nice job by Logan Black on a 2-out double.
We'll have a courtesy runner coming on here. In the, is it Bannon? Bannon Hill will be the courtesy runner for Logan Black. So now we have speed down at second base.
And Jeremy Cox, who struck out in his only plate appearance, is the batter. Indians a much better job this time through the order.
Yeah. I knew
Tyler Guilfoyle.
I thought after seeing him through the order one time, you could be able to make some adjustments to get him, and they have. So, Cox, how big would a base hit be right now for Cox to bring in Bannon Hill?
Again, plenty of room down that third base and left field line if he can do it. Again, the left fielder probably playing at least 20 yards, if not more, off the line.
Those left fielder always plays us that way every game.
Pitch, blowing away.
Going
to third, and he's going to get to home as the ball got away from the third baseman. Wow, good job, Indians. Being aggressive on the bases pays off.
An honored run. Bannon Hill, speed at second. He took off late.
Yeah,
the second was the third.
The runner or the catcher had caught the ball before Bannon took off.
Yeah, and then it shocked everyone. He threw it down the line. So we gave him an honored run. We get one back. So 4-3.
Here's Guilfoyle. Cox swings through. Now a ball and a strike. 2 outs. Indians trailing it only by a run. 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Nice.
Cox way out in
front
front
on that one badly. This game's setting up to go all the way to the 7th now. Setting up to be a strong finish.
Logan Black doing some damage late in the ball game. A 2-out double. Courtesy ran for by Bannon Hill, and he came around to score on the throw down to third that got away from the third baseman. High pop up. First baseman Statisky will come in to end the inning, but the Indians score one more and trail it 4-3. We'll go to the 6th. Step aside for a 1-minute break, and we come back right here on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
We're all busy living our lives each day, packing as much as we can into work and play. But your friends at CSEP have a thing or two they'd like to remind good folks like you. An emergency can happen almost any time, so stay connected and you'll be just fine. It doesn't really matter where the news comes from, Facebook or Twitter, prepareky.com. You don't have to study up or pass an exam, just follow the lead of the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program.
Central with another run in the bottom of the 5th to cut that lead down to 1. We go to the 6th and due up for the Generals is Tyler Guilfoyle, John Steintorf, and Zach Tudor. Guilfoyle was at the plate when the last inning came to an end for the Generals as Eddie Satiski was picked off in between first and second.
Adam Ritchie back out for his 6th inning of work.
Indians have scored the last 3 after the Generals scored 4 runs in the first 3 innings. Ritchie trying to buckle down and get some more outs. First pitch is outside, ball 1 to Guilfoyle. 11th region matchup, and a matchup of 2 top teams in the state. Number 4, Madison Central, and number 9, Lafayette. 1-0 count. Ritchie the pitch. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. 4-3 your score. Indians down by a run, but again have scored the last 3 runs in this ball game.
And back last 2 innings, they've got a run in each inning, so.
Ritchie with the pitch.
Foul ball.
A little grounder down the third base line.
November 27th, Monday Night Raw, coming to the Rupp Arena. Think I can get credentialed for that? November 27th, wrestling. Can we get credentialed for that?
Backstage passes.
We need to go interview a couple people.
A ball and 2 strikes. Man, that one looked good from Ritchie. He was just up 2 balls, 2 strikes, a little bit outside.
Blue didn't like that one.
Yeah, well, the crowd really starting to pile in now, middle way through this
JV
game.
game following this game. So if you're out and you have nothing else to do tonight, come watch a JV game.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And another one that looked close.
Boy,
2
Rufus.
really close ones. And
Coach Roof can't believe the last 2 calls. He's not barking too loud, but he just can't believe the last 2 calls.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Up the middle. Shortstop Thomason goes over to his left, throws over, makes the play for the out. Guilfoyle now 0 for 3. And a nice job by Thomason, who's been really steady over at shortstop tonight.
Told you, he's a vacuum out there at short.
Now Steintorf, who's also 0 for 2, and both of his at-bats have been grounders over to short.
Reminds me of a former shortstop that used to play here.
Here's the pitch. This time
Ouch.
out in the outfield. Right fielder will back up and make the play. A nice play by Travis. And 1 pitch, 1 out.
I was afraid that ball was going to find the gap when it left the bat. Zach Tudor now. He's 0 for 2.
Indians looking for a 1-2-3 6th inning would be real nice to get
a
quick inning and get the offense back out there. Here is Tudor again, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop up to right field. Here's the pitch, outside ball 1. 1-0 count, 2 outs in the inning, a 4-3 score. Indians down by a run. Ritchie gets the sign and the 1-0.
It's in there for a strike.
Got him. Ball and a strike. Got him looking there on that pitch and evens the count up at 1-1.
See, I have 1. Adam Ritchie, I know he's got a couple strikeouts, no walks.
Left field and almost got it. A diving effort by Jeremy Cox, but not going to be able to get to it.
Tudor's on his way to third. Comes to throw in.
Close. Got him! Indians with the throw in to get the runner at third. A nice play by Cox on the quick trigger up to the bag. They cut it off, throw it to third, and a nice tag applied by Caden Shaver to end the inning. A quick 6th for Madison Central's defense brings the offense back out. It trails by a run and momentum all on the Indian side. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break when we come back right here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Welcome to Coyote Country, your favorites from yesterday and today. 100.7 Coyote Country.
Hi, everybody. This is Skip Darty, and this is my Richmond.
Bowling will be the new pitcher for Lafayette. Tyler Guilfoyle went 5 innings for the Generals, allowing 2 earned runs and 1 unearned run, and
he had 4 hits, a walk, 4 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs.
A good outing by Guilfoyle, but the Indians now only down by a run will have to face Brady Bowling.
Pitch count probably got Guilfoyle.
Yeah.
That's a big thing in high school now is the number of pitch
Now
counts.
the 3rd time through the order as well. Would have been nice to get another look at Guilfoyle, but we'll see Thomason, Eden, and Snap, the 1, 2, 3 at the top of the order coming up for Madison Central. And
quick note here from Berea. Going into the 6th inning, Zach Moore, RBI, had a sacrifice fly and RBI single by Dalton Gregory. And Southern takes a 4-3 lead over Model now. Going to the 6th inning.
Tight one from over in Madison Southern High School.
44th District showdown. So,
and I think we've got a sub for the Indians as well as Pellegrino will come in. It's still Thomason batting right here, right?
Yeah.
So Thomason will lead us off.
Sorry.
Little Stone Temple Pilots leading off for Logan Thomason, who is 0 for 2 in the game, a ground out to short and a ground out to first base. And Thomason is the shortstop who's been really good defensively tonight, now trying to get things going offensively. He's 0 for 2, but he's due for a hit.
Yep. He's been playing well last week. Top of the lineup, though, for the Indians. Best chance they have to jump on the new pitcher.
Brady Bowling, let's see what you got. First pitch, inside corner, strike 1. 4-3 your score. Indians down by a run.
Down to their final 6 outs.
Pop up easily over into the first baseman. Will make the play. So 0 for 3 for Thomason, not the night that he would want.
Trading, though, is going to come up. He's 0 for 1. Walk, stole a base, scored a run.
Only 1 walk in this ball game, and Eden has it. He walked back in the 4th and came around to score on the RBI double from Ben Snap. 1 out. And Eden digs in. Here's the pitch. That one almost got him. Had to duck underneath it.
Yeah, a little high and tight.
Bowling gets the sign, the wind up, and the 1-0. And therefore a strike. And this kid also bringing some heat. Trying to get the 2-inning save for the Generals. 1 out, 1-1 count, nobody on. Eden lets it go by. It was close, but a ball. The very inconsistent strike zone, I think, at least
it has
tonight.
been tonight. He's called it outside a couple times, and a couple times he'll call it a ball.
2-1. Down the third base line into the dugout for the Indians.
Wake up.
Again, on deck has Ben Snap. Thomason will pop up to the first baseman to lead off the inning. A 1-2-3. The 1-2-3 top of the order for the Indians up here. Got to get the offense going. Down by a run late in this ball game. Eden almost just curved it foul on the third base line.
If he had found fair ground on that, he could have ran forever.
Yeah.
It would have been the second easy possible down to third. But now down even count, 2-2 now.
Don't know what the inning is, but looks like we got a tie ball game across the way for the softball game. 3-3 score.
Not quite sure who they're playing either. Haven't got to any softball games this season yet.
Eden again on the third base line, and
oh, come on, Booger. Withers.
Almost
with
had
the
it.
E.
Got to feel it clean there.
Young man. He's the infield coach here. Nice middle infielder in his time.
Innings have scored a run in the last 2 innings. They scored 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Now down by a run. 1 run here could tie us up. 2 runs give us the lead, obviously. And late in this ball game, with the way that Richie has kind of settled down, you'd think that might be enough, but
Richie may not be back either.
That's true.
Depending on pitch count.
Here's a pitch. Got him. Or fouled it off. Oh, I thought it got him, but it foul off is the
It probably got him, but he fouled it too.
Trey sticking in there. 3 straight foul balls. Or make it 4 straight. He had the one that went in the dugout, too, and then 2 down the left field line and that one down the first base line. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Base is clear for Eden here in the bottom of the 6th.
Making Brady throw some pitches.
Outside. Brady Boland now loads it up with a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, some of you tuning in to kind of catch the Reds game will join that game in progress following this one between 2 top 10 teams in the state, Madison Central and Lafayette High School baseball. Here's the payoff pitch, and Eden fouls it off again. This is the 9th-pitch at-bat by Trey Eden. Late in the ball game, bottom of the 6th. If you're just joining us, Madison Central fell behind 4-0 with 2 runs in the 1st and 2 in the 3rd by Lafayette. But the Indians answered with 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th to trim the lead to 1. Now down 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out and a full count to Trey Eden. Down the left field line, pitch number 10 coming at this at bat from Brady Boland.
Boland can't waste a pitch. It's a full count 3-2, so he's going to be in the zone. And Eden's all over anything in the strike zone right now.
What a battle between these 2 guys. Boland coming in this inning. Got the quick out from Thomason on the pop-up. And now a 10-pitch at-bat, maybe more. Eden, it will be more. Pitch number 11 coming up here. Trey Eden is battling, boys.
And he's in a base runner bad, and Trey's doing all he can to battle on.
Tying run at the plate will be that way until the Indians get one on. Here's the payoff pitch again outside. What an at-bat, a 12-pitcher. 12-pitch at-bat to Trey Eden. And he'll get on base with a walk after he had got the count to run full. Coaxes the walk. Tying run on base. Go-ahead run at the plate in the form of Ben Snap, who had the big RBI double in the 4th.
As you said, Snap 1 for 2 with the double.
And Jared Grant on deck with all the power.
1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, so
and plenty of room on the left field line again.
Be interested to see if Snap does get another double extra base hit. Wither sends Eden all the way around base.
And one thing to know, the left fielder now playing even further down the left field line. He's more like 30 yards or more off the line.
Almost in center field, if you will.
Snap takes the pitch up in the strike zone, but it's a called strike. 0-1 the count.
Also note the sun is setting over that way, and it's could play into some of the fielders' vision. See the first baseman putting his glove up over his eyes, shield his eyes a little bit.
0-1 count to Snap. 1 out, 1 on. 1 run ball game. Third baseman in on the edge of the grass, and Boland a little soft turnover and then throw over to first in time. Want to be careful here. You don't want to throw one over the head of the first baseman and allow Eden to take second and possibly third. He's got good speed.
I thought a possible balk could have been called on that play.
0-1 count. Boland gets the sign, working from the stretch now. Here's the pitch. Snap out in front, down the right field line, and it will fall.
See if they send Eden all the way. They all
want to hold him at third. That would have been really close. Man, what a play. A nice double again by Ben Snap, and that, my friends, will bring up Jared Grant in a big spot.
Chance to give us the lead with a base hit.
1 out and 2 on, and the go-ahead run in scoring position. Tying run at third. Lead run is at second, and Jared Grant at the plate.
Jared 1 for 2, RBI.
Nice job by Snap to go the other way with it. Beautiful piece of hitting by him. And Eden had to slow down as he tried to go to second to make sure that ball was not going to be caught. And that may have prevented him from coming around to score. They're going to walk Jared Grant intentionally.
Yep. Intentional walk. Makes an out at any base.
And that brings up Caden Shaver. A big spot here for the youngster.
But I'm not too sure I'd want to walk to get to Caden.
Yeah.
I mean, big spot for the sophomore now.
And now they're going to bring the third baseman in again to the edge of the grass.
Yeah.
See if the first baseman comes in. He will.
So they bring the entire infield in.
Middle infield
Corner
staying
infield,
back.
yeah, corner infield is in, middle infield back at double A depth. So
it's a big spot.
Looking for that. They'd
the
like
youngster.
to roll the double play.
And again, lots of room down that left field line and the third base side as well.
Caden Dew, he's 0 for 2.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Indians down by a run late in the ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Big spot here for Shaver. On deck, Matt McQuain, who's also 0 for 2. First pitch, Shaver, base hit. Tie game at least.
Hold him at third.
Gonna hold the runner at third. We've got a tie ball game, folks. RBI single from Caden Shaver.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have walked to get to Shaver, but Lafayette's thinking he's a sophomore, he's a young kid, big situation. Second run for Drayton. McQueen now with a chance to give us the lead. Only 1 away.
And Eden got all this started with the 12-pitch at-bat and a walk.
That's what started it. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Tied at 4. Indians have made a rally in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. 2 runs in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and we're tied up at 4. And still more to go possibly for the Indians. We have a bases-loaded situation, only 1 out for McQuain, who's 0 for 2. First pitch outside, ball 1.
A lot of room down that third base line. Push one up it. Pitcher's going to fall off the first base side. Third base is playing even with the grass, but I'll take my chances with Snap down there at third base.
Bolin. Caught by the shortstop.
Well
Tags out at second to end the inning. Wow, a double play ends it. Jared Grant caught in between second and third, and that will do it. Indians strand, the bases loaded. But as you were getting ready to say, we get the tie run, and we are tied up at 4 going into the 7th. What a ball game.
And Adam Ritchie coming out for his 7th inning of work.
Tied at 4, we go to the final inning. If not for extras, we'll step aside for a 1-minute break and be right back here on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
Which way do you like it? 3-way, 4-way, 5-way. Get a famous Coney double-decker or a fresh salad, burritos, burrito bowls. Don't forget the kids menu and Gold Star's premium shakes. And get it to go through the drive-thru. Get Gold Star Chili before or after the game. Heck, you don't even need a game. Gold Star Chili in Berea, 638 Chestnut Street. You'll find us under the Gold Star.
Gold Star Chili, the flavor of Cincinnati.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Or visit BoardmanChiropractic.com.
EKU softball hanging with Kentucky.
Back to the Don here at Madison Central High School, Don Richardson Field, and we are tied at 4, heading into the 7th inning and due up for the Generals. Tudor, Tackett, or make that Tackett, Morgan, and Guilfoyle, the 7, 8, 9 batters for the Generals.
So bottom half of the order, kind of what Richie wanted to see here in the 7th.
Richie's done a really good job the last few innings to keep this one and keep the Generals at bay and give his offense a chance to do what they did and come back and tie it up.
A couple mistake pitches in the first couple innings, and that's all Lafayette could muster.
High pop-up will be foul. Tackett evens us up at a ball and a strike with that foul ball. Madison Central went 0 runs in the first, 0 in the second, 0 in the third, but put up 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth. Lafayette putting up 2 runs in the first and 2 in the third to get their 4 runs. Here's the 1-1 from Richie. High in the strike zone, a called strike.
Indians have all the momentum right now, of course, with runs the past 3 innings.
If you're tuning in to kind of catch the Reds pregame, the Reds will be preempted by this game. We will join it in progress as the pitch fouled off by Tackett. Pregame currently going on for the Cincinnati Reds. The first pitch scheduled for 7:40. So hang on tight. Following this ball game between the Indians and the Generals of Lafayette, a top 10 matchup in the state of Kentucky by the rankings. Number 4 Indians, number 9 Generals. We'll join the Reds in progress. Here's the 1-2. Down the right field line, it'll be fouled
off once again. Up in Berea, Southern gets a couple more runs now. They lead it 6-3 going into the last inning. So Southern looks to defeat Model in the battle of the 44th.
And EKU and women's softball with UK, a tight one as well, you said.
2-0. Softball, UK leads EKU. Kentucky softball, number 20 in the country. Speaking of 44th District, Berea and Model match up in a couple of days in baseball as well. So
that pitch looked good. A called ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Sam Tackett leading off here in the top of the 7th. 1 for 2 in the game with a single to back in the last inning. And that pitch outside now runs it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Richie's gone to distance tonight, 6 innings. Working into the 7th here. 8 hits allowed, struck out 4, no walks for Adam.
Got him looking, down on strikes goes Tackett.
Make it 5 Ks now on the afternoon.
Big pitch by Richie to lead off the 7th inning to Tackett. Now Jake Morgan, the shortstop, will dig in, and he's also 0 for 2.
He's 0 for 2 as well, yes.
Ground out the shortstop. It's in the 2nd inning and a pop-up to right field back in the 4th. Now here in the 7th, going up against Richie for the 3rd time. First pitch, and there for a strike. Richie really dealing right now. And you said he will not overpower anybody, but he's consistent with his pitches. Done a good job tonight of keeping this Lafayette offense, after a couple of bad pitches early in this ball game, at bay. Here's the 0-1. Outside corner. What was wrong with that one? A ball and a strike.
When he misses, he doesn't miss by much.
One and 1 the count. Catcher gets the sign down, and Richie the 1-1. Got there in the middle of the strike zone, a ball and 2 strikes.
1 away here in the top of the 7th.
Nobody on for Morgan. The 0-2, or the 1-2, excuse me, from Richie. Out in front, it'll be a base hit. Pulls it down the left field line.
So the go-ahead run's ahead on board now.
That'll bring up Matt Guilfoyle, who's 0 for 2 with a bunt out in the 3rd inning, trying to bunt to get on base, and then a strikeout in the 4th. Jared Grant calling out the signals from first base. Going to send the 3rd baseman in to the edge of the grass a little bit. Richie will check the runner over at first. 1 on and 1 out.
Don't believe that Lafayette sacrifice him, make it 2 outs in the inning. But we've seen Guilfoyle lay a bunt down. He's pretty quick for a catcher. He's got a little speed on him, so.
He's no Mike Piazza.
No.
Just have good speed.
Yeah.
0-1 after the foul ball to lead off the at-bat. Richie checks the runner, and the 0-1 going to throw over to first. Not going to be in time.
It's a dangerous play right now with the sun right in Jared's eyes at first. And the base runner knows that. That's why he's over there dancing around at first.
Richie checks the runner again, and this time the 0-1 into right center. Center fielder going to back up, come over, and camp under it to make the play. Out number 2 will bring up Kyle Browning.
Brandon's been feast or famine today. He's got a couple strikeouts, but he did hit a solo home run.
Struck out in the first, homered in the third, and struck out in the fifth.
Hits here with 2 outs, but he has the go-ahead run at first.
You really want to get the outs before you get to Satiski, who's 3 for 3 today. He's a couple of batters away, but you know he's chomping at the bits to get up here and give his team a lead late in this ball game. What would be nice is if the Indians can end this inning here and get the game-winning run in the bottom of the seventh without having to see him again.
Oh, Luke Taylor on deck. He's got a couple hits, single and double.
Ritchie checks the runner and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Tied at 4. Madison Central and Lafayette. Number 4 Indians, number 9 Generals. Ritchie going to check the runner over at first. Gets the sign. And throw over. Not going to be in time. Really not even close. We're just trying to keep that runner at bay.
I guess. I'm not a big fan of throw over right now. Not with the sun right in the first baseman, Jerry Grant's eyes. More risk than reward. You're not going to pick them off. Ball is taken high.
A little bit inside as well, and that will make it a ball and a strike. 2 outs as the shade starting to creep over the third base side of the field. Here's the 1-1. Inside again, now 2-1, and Logan Black thought he might have come out to talk to his pitcher. Going to just throw it out to him and come out of his stance.
Give his knees a rest and dig that one out of the dirt. Said Luke Taylor on deck. He's got a couple hits, and of course Satiski. He's got 3 hits, including a 2-run homer back in the first. He's in the hole.
Ritchie checks the runner again, and the 2-1. Up
Throw
high,
back.
throw down, not going to be in time. We now have a 3-1 count.
Ritchie putting himself in a dangerous situation right now.
Indians had somebody warming up a couple innings ago. I don't know if he's trying to see what number that is. Number 7. Three balls and a strike. Ritchie with the pitch down the left field line and foul.
Yeah, out of play.
Full count. Payoff pitch coming from Ritchie to Kyle Browning, who's 1 for 3 in the ball game, but one of those, or his only hit, a home run to left center field.
Full count now at 2 outs means the runner will be going on pitch. So a base hit probably gets that run home.
Here's the pitch. Browning in the left center field again. This one could be trouble. It's gone.
He killed that one.
Browning again over the fence. This time a 2-run shot, and Adam Ritchie, another mistake. He's had 3 of those tonight, and they've all come back to haunt the Indians, and we're going to see a pitch and change now.
Yeah, it's coming to get Ritchie, and coming in will be a new pitcher, so we'll take a break real quick. Be back in a minute with the pitching change.
Back in 1 minute on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting in Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA. Small car, big coverage.
Hey everybody, this is Sydney, and this is my Richmond.
And he struck out 5. So
we were kind of surprised that Richie even came back out for the 7th, but he started off the inning good. Got 2 quick outs, but then that home run by Browning after a good at-bat. He kind of fought off a few pitches, but Browning a good job to fight him off, keep himself alive, and then that 2-run shot could be what does the Indians in this one.
Tell you what, this Lafayette team's got some power to them, don't they?
Yeah.
3 home runs tonight for them.
Browning and Satisky combined for 3 home runs. They've got a couple of good batters in Taylor. We saw
he's hitter now. He's got a couple hits.
He'll bat with the bases clear, and the batter again, Taylor
Witt's on the mound.
Taylor Witt.
So
Taylor Witt will dig in on the mound for the Indians. And the first pitch, outside corner for a strike.
Saw Witt, I think, pitching against Madison Southern last time out. Does a good job from the mound. Again, the Indians have some pitching. It's one thing they're not short on. It's pitching right now.
The 0-1 fouled off to make it 0-2. Madison Central now down by 2 runs after a 2-run shot here at the top of the 7th by Kyle Browning. Witt gets the sign, the 0-2 way outside, now 1-2. A little chaser pitch, but that
good
one
waste.
may have gotten away from him a little bit.
Yeah, you want to waste one a little closer, though, make them at least think about swinging at it. They haven't got away from him, as you said. But
Witt, the 1-2.
Makes it.
Nice piece of, nice job by Caden Schaefer.
I didn't see Caden come out of nowhere.
Going over to his left to make the play. So Witt faces one man and gets him, but a 2-run shot by Kyle Browning puts the Generals on top by 2. And due up for the Indians is Travis, Black, and Cox. These 7, 8, 9 batters trying to make up a 2-run deficit in the bottom of the 7th. Indians down to their final 3 outs. Step aside for a 1-minute break. When we come back right here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA. Which way do you like it? 3-way, 4-way, 5-way? Get a famous Coney double-decker or a fresh salad, burritos, burrito bowls. Don't forget the kids menu and Gold Star's premium shakes. And get it to go through the drive-thru. Get Gold Star Chili before or after the game. Heck, you don't even need a game. Gold Star Chili in Berea, 638 Chestnut Street. You'll find us under the Gold Star.
Gold Star Chili, the flavor of Cincinnati.
To the dawn here at Madison Central High School. Indians now down by 2 runs and sending up to the plate. Their 7, 8, 9 batters. Donald Foster here with me. Glad to have you tuned in. And a special thank you to Randy Rosenbaum and Philip Lay back at Studio Control, our producers for this game. Glad to have you tuned in. And tell you what, John, it's going to take a lot for the Indians to come back in this one. Your 7, 8, 9 guys due up, and 2 of those guys over in the game today.
Yeah, but you have a little pop down at the bottom of the order in Logan Black and Jeremy Cox. And Travis is going to be leading things off here. He has a base hit tonight.
Single to right field and struck out in his 2 plate appearances for Bryce Travis.
And they got a run off Brady last inning, so they showed they can hit him. So, but I said though, it is going to be tough to make them move back, all the way back from 2 runs down.
Came back from 4 runs down earlier in this game, but now you're only working with 3 outs. It's going to be a little bit tougher for the Indians. We'll see what they do here. Travis, again, 1 for 2 in the game, leading off in the bottom of the 7th inning, facing Brady Bolett. Pitch up the middle, shortstop coming up, going to be close.
Got him.
And got him out. A nice play by the shortstop and a quick first out for the Generals.
1 pitch, 1 away. Thought he might have a shot to beat that one out, but the shortstop picked it cleanly and made a good, strong throw.
Got to bring up Logan Black, who doubled the left center field that got the rally going in the 6th inning. No, I have to take that back. He got the on base in the 5th, yeah.
Yeah, he got the double.
In the left center field. A nice piece of hitting by Hamlin. Need another double here would be nice. A little soft chopper back to the pitcher. Easy out. Indians have seen 2 pitches here in the bottom of the 7th.
Little anxious, if you say in this inning, a little aggressive. It's good to be aggressive, but make the young man throw some pitches and perhaps get some walks. But Jeremy Cox now 0 for 2.
Now the Indians must score 2 with only 1 out to work with.
Break your rally monkeys, rally hats out at home. Indians sports monkey. Sports monkey's got his rally hat on in the van.
First pitch to Cox. I think he was taken all the way there, and it was outside for ball 1.
Yeah, he flew that one up there at 30 mile an hour. He won't swing at that one. Take a pitch.
That one grounded to third.
Nice
wow,
play.
nice play. Throw over will be in time.
It's the game.
Indians see only 4 pitches in the bottom of the 7th. Lafayette, off the 2-run shot from Kyle Browning, is enough to knock off the Indians in the really, what a ball game.
It was a good game.
Good game. One of the best games I've seen all year long, and it's a 2-run win on the road for Lafayette.
This is a preview for the region. We'll take it.
Yeah. Tell you what, these 2 teams, really good effort tonight. And we'll take a short commercial break, a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up. Final score from the Don, 7-5. Generals
6-4.
Or 6-4. Excuse me, 6-4. Generals knock off the Indians. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break. Come back and wrap things up on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting in Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
We're all busy living our lives each day, packing as much as we can into work and play. But your friends at CSEP have a thing or two they'd like to remind good folks like you. An emergency can happen almost any time, so stay connected and you'll be just fine. It doesn't really matter where the news comes from, Facebook or Twitter, prepareky.com. You don't have to study up or pass an exam, just follow the lead of the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program.
Back to the Don here as the Indians fall at home 6-4, your final score. And Don Richardson, your Jack Burford Chevrolet player of the game.
Ben Snap's going to be Jack Burford Chevrolet player of the game tonight. A couple doubles. Indians had a tough time, though, against the starting pitcher tonight. He did a great job for Lafayette.
Tyler Guilfoyle was coming on, throwing up heat, and did a really good job in the beginning of that ball game. Indians finally got to him second time through, but late in the ball game, a big home run by Kyle Browning.
Yeah.
Really the walk-off shot. Indians only saw 4 pitches in the bottom of the 7th and fall short again, 6-4, your final score.
Good news for the Indians. They go to Lafayette tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get that revenge game. Go to Lafayette now.
That's one thing. When you get a loss, you don't have to sit out long. You're right back at work tomorrow. When against a team that beats you is even better. So,
unlike football where you wait a week,
Yeah.
baseball and basketball, you've always got 2 or 3 games every week, so you move them on.
and as you said, back-to-back losses for the Indians, something they're not used to.
No.
Good thing, again, they'll get the shot tomorrow to be back out and try to pick up the win. Final score is 6-4. A special thank you to our producer tonight on the video side, Randy Rosenbaum. On the radio side, Philip Play. And for Donald Foster, I'm Michael Watkins. Our next broadcast is Thursday. We'll be up at Madison Southern for softball action. Then Friday we'll be up in Estill County as the Engineers host Buckhorn in baseball action. So for our great sponsors, I'm Michael Watkins. We will now jump right into baseball action again as the Cincinnati Reds in action on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting. You've been listening and watching us live on Madison County School Sports Television.
Good night, everybody.
Welcome to Coyote Country, your favorites from yesterday and today. 100.7 Coyote Country.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.